What's up, average viewers? Operation Mincemeat just hit Netflix. Is it a delicious mixture of chopped dried fruit, distilled spirits, and spices with beef suet used as a pie or pastry filling? Or is it just a disgusting operation of mystery meat? Stick around to find out. If you want to skip the content warning and get straight into the spoiler-free review, you can skip to this time in the video. Operation Mincemeat stars Colin Firth and Slender Man. It was directed by John Madden, who directed Shakespeare in Love and 10 seasons of the NFL, including 40 different editions of the Madden football video game series. Obviously, that's a joke. There are different John Maddens. One of them directed this movie and starred in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 as the Green Goblin, and the other one is a football coach and a doppelganger to the greatest American president of all time, Barack Obama. Speaking of recent American presidents, this movie is about Hitler and his plan to purify the human race. The British are attempting to move in through Sicily to stop him, but they want to trick him into thinking they are going to Greece. So they find a dead body that they can plant fake orders on and deceive the Führer himself. Sorry guys, I think I told you the whole plot, but I mean, it's not really spoilers because, I mean, we won the war, I think. I don't know, I'm not really a history guy, more of a movie guy. This movie was an enjoyable watch. It gripped me in moments and lost me in others. Let me help you visualize which genre war movie this is. It's more like The Imitation Game or Bridge of Spies, not Saving Private Ryan, 1917, or the greatest war movie of all time, Transformers. Wow, I just got goosebumps watching that, and that was even without that sweet, sweet copyrighted music that I can't play. So you kind of know what you're getting into with this style war movie. We know little about the enemy, and all the drama must take place within our small group or operation team. These movies can be a little bit annoying at times because there's a huge war going on, the stakes could never be higher, yet they choose to focus on the drama of a love triangle and potential divorce. If I wanted to watch that, I would watch Twilight. Speaking of which, I kind of want to after seeing my boy Pattinson as El Rata Alada.
It's La Rata.
It wasn't executed poorly by any means. In fact, this movie is pretty solid all around. Good performances, good camera work, and excellent music. In fact, I was really enjoying the score, and I think it's probably the only aspect of this movie that I'll be revisiting. All of this serves as a good base and starting point, but it's not breaking any new ground and certainly not breaking the box office. Obviously, a movie doesn't have to be revolutionary or completely original in order to be worth watching. All it has to do is tell an interesting story. This story is incredibly captivating. It is about one of the greatest deception operations ever pulled off, deceiving the man, the myth, the legend, the Führer himself. Every time this movie focused on this operation and its challenges to overcome and the teamwork required to pull it off and the espionage of it all, it was great. I couldn't get enough. Definitely the strongest point. The weak point, I think, is the script feels like it was written by a pretentious kid who graduated Harvard with a degree in classical literature, Shakespearean, iambic pentameter, linguistic, hyperbole, comparative didactic, and philosophical reasoning studies with a bachelor's in patting yourself on the back. What I mean to say with that is it feels less like a really well done screenplay and more like someone who wanted to write a book with insightful and layered paragraphs. So they kind of weaseled this into the script, and there's super long monologues and very verbose and drawn out narrations that just feel like the writer was really proud at how great they could sound writing and cared less about realistic and relatable characters. It's overly long. This movie has no business being over 2 hours. I think a good 20 minutes could have been shaved off, or they could have better utilized that time by focusing less on the establishment of the plan and more on how it plays out. It's a perfectly fine movie, but it's not remarkable. And once you find out how important this story is, you realize how much potential this movie had to really shine. I don't usually do this, but I'm going to quote a random user on IMDb who says, "As I was watching this, I felt that it was a very American telling of a British story." Sure enough, the screenplay writer was an American woman. Now, I've never been on the other end of racism before, but I feel attacked and judged for being an American. What the crap does that mean? American telling of a British story. Do we Americans have a reputation of slandering and destroying all things good and British? Seriously, do they sit around drinking their nasty green tea and rant about us Americans as we drink our far superior Starbucks boba tea?
The only British idiom I know is that fag means cigarette.
Well, someone tell this cigarette to shut up.
I just realized I said I've never been on the other end of racism before.
Now, I've never been on the other end of racism before.
Which means I'm implying that I've been the racist.
I will neither confirm nor deny the facts of that story.
I think this is valid criticism. I can see how we sort of took the source material and dramatized it and added these weird romantic subplots and Americanized it in some sort of a Lifetime soap opera kind of way. Basically, we took something British and made it American, sort of like Tom Holland.
No, but I am British. I play.
How is that possible?
I do an American accent when I play Spider-Man.
How is that possible?
Well, I just did it.
Okay, this video might be getting long, but I think I found the perfect comparison. This movie is like Mincemeat. Okay, just stick with me. Mincemeat starts off with a great base, okay? We got some nice ground beef.
So good and tasty.
Then we add some allspice, some salt, cloves, and ginger. Awesome. These things are great. They go well with beef. I like it. Next, we add some cinnamon and sugar. All right, kind of weird. I can get behind that. I mean, sweet and savory kind of go together. I can see it. Next, let's add lemon juice, apples, and oranges.
Fat useless sack of Yankee danky doodle.
Okay, this is sort of derailing now. Kind of sounds like you wanted to make a fruit pie and not shepherd's pie. All right, whatever, let's keep going. Then we add 4 ounces of citron. Don't worry, you guys, I looked it up. It's not a transformer and it's not a variant of the coronavirus. It's a large, fragrant citrus fruit with a thick rind. Okay, this might be good again. You know I love me a thick rind.
Okay, it's just a rear end. We all have one. Mine just happens to be a hot Brazilian woman's.
Now let's add some... Sorry, what? Raisins and golden raisins? 2 cups of them? We started off with ground beef and we ended up with dessert. You guys, I don't consider myself a critic. I don't just want to tell you whether a movie's good or bad and give it some random star rating. I want to help you decide whether you should spend your time watching something. So, I'm gonna lay this out pretty clearly. You should watch this movie if you like love triangle stories, you have 2 hours to kill, and you have the luxury of paying your full attention. You shouldn't watch this movie if you are distracted. This movie is not conducive to background noise. It demands your investment. You are at a party with friends, you have a short attention span, or you get bored easily. All right, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree with me that this movie was kind of meh? Or do you hate my stupid face and my opinions? Either way, hit that like, subscribe button, and that bell so I can see your beautiful face in the next video. As always, Mom, thanks for watching, and the rest of you, stay average.